Alright, so I just watched my last video over. The reasons I haven't been back in a while, in 4 months, is because I had to get a new phone. The glass for the camera broke and I film off of my phone. I had to pay for that, and then I had to take a little bit of a step as far as money wise to get some big parts for the truck, which, as you can probably tell by the title, we're going with a shorty dually. I have no idea how it's going to turn out in the end. Hopefully sick. I don't think I've seen many people running this setup. My bed's the 6.5 footer, I think, which is the shortest it can be. I don't think it's 5.5 because when I stand it up, it's a little taller than me. The motor swap, diesel is the most I'm going to say for right now, but it's further down the road. A lot further down the road until after I get suspension in the frame as a roller. But we got dually axle. The mounting points for the leaf springs are the same as the other suspension, so I should be able to just bolt it up and roll the rear end, and then I gotta save up and get a front axle. I did get a 2013 for the rear end over across the state. I drove and got that, so pretty good deal. Came with 4 tires too. Yeah, we're back in action, and a lot's changed of where shit is on my driveway and my garage around the house, so let's go. Starting mock-up of the dually bed sandwich conversion joint, whatever you want. This bed's in pretty shitty condition besides the sides, and this bed is in really good condition beside the sides, so I'm gonna do it the way I think it would work the best. I know how to weld, so now a little bit. So this thing I'm gonna be probably cutting the tail layer wherever this stops being a support in the back up on one of those creases all the way over, and then up here and up on one of these creases, and then same thing with this. Take that off in the process right now of using drill bits, and there's like fucking 45 holes or like push rivets or whatever all along the top and down the sides. I need those brackets, and I think it's just gonna all line up the best if I like take this little fold out part. But I'm gonna drill a little hole and then big holes to notch them out. Gotta hit this one a little bit. You can see this is loose. I'm gonna have a lot of welding up these little holes to do, but yeah, a lot of holes to drill. Another day out here trying to get some work done on the OBS. Yesterday I was able to get this whole side. You can see how many times I had to drill holes to undo the factory rivets in here, because I'm gonna need all these like brackets and stuff for when I do whatever to paste onto that, however. But now all of these are like, see if that'll zoom in enough. These are like loose off the cabin there. All of them are. This whole body panel is. And then as far as this side goes, I have Draco. Get over here! Stop staring at that cat. Come here. Hey. But on this side, I have the pilot holes drilled for the big bit on all of those. So I think that's gonna be my due diligence.
Guys, I'm cooking and my baby is right here doing his due diligence. Well, hi.
What the fuck did you just say? Doing my what?
Due diligence. Due diligence.
They stop.
I don't know.
Stop.
My due diligence for the day on the OBS dually build. Next day out here putting in some progress on this. So this is my best idea of how to do this. Someone else may be able to do it better, and or yes, if I had this bed and it didn't look like this on the inside, whole fifth wheel I'm not going to be using, This is all rusted and pitted, and there's a bunch of holes down in here. The average person would have. As you can see, there's about however much of a gap right there, 4 or 5 inches. Yet there's like a foot and 4 inches here. The average person, if they had a good bed, he would just cut 2 straight lines down, sandwich them together, and weld one. But that's not in my case, so I gotta do it the fucking hard way. I've measured out off of my body lines and this is and that, and where I'm gonna be cutting. I'll be cutting on the tape, on the metal, on some of these tape lines straight up, all the way over, down, and then on my body side, leave the tape on this side so I can kind of get the same and not get a grinder wheel distance apart and try to get them right on top of each other. But all the holes I drilled on this other side and taped off on this side. So my next step is to get grinding and cutting. Alright, so I got one section cut out. 2 sections cut out actually. Learned a little bit from this side. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more welding than what I thought, because on the top, instead of making them fit, I actually made a double gap. But that one's, the black one's kind of mocked on there, the red's cut out. You'll see it's still low, so that's not how big of a gap it's actually gonna be. It'll probably be something, I think. You can see that body line's pretty well together. It's not pulled out, but I have to put some filler in there or something. We're on the way. I didn't cut straight down. I need to cut straight down there. This is pretty hideous, so I cut. But it's a project. Who gives a shit as long as it comes out at the end pretty nice. You know, I got like that much of a gap. So, and then it gets nice up here. Right there. Tiny gap filler or something. Tack weld all those to the inner side of the body down up in there. This side I already readjusted, so I shouldn't have any gappage. Instead of cutting in the middle, I gotta cut the tape, and instead of cutting the tape, I gotta cut the middle on this one. Watch your toes.
Oh, this might end badly. Maybe not. Ooh! Oh my god.
You gotta go up a little more to clear the garage shaft. Yep. Yeah, keep
Yeah, no, it's not gonna. Because the tractor didn't, yeah. You need a forklift. I got one at the shop.
I need it at my house.
I don't have a trailer for it. Just chain it to something in the driveway and then drive forward.
I'm gonna absolutely. Stay
That's
tuned
what you're
for
gonna
that.
need to do.
Like, just cut to the next clip. There's me just. I put the cinder blocks there to catch the tires so the pumpkin didn't fuck up the back end of the trailer. If it was gonna hit or not, I just wanted to be safe rather than sorry. But we are on the ground. That tree's hood. We got the dually set up, cuz. Look at my front yard, that shit looks crazy. Let's go. That is the thumbnail right there. There's a fine line between this being fun and fucking sucking. All right, so my frame that I picked up, that I chopped up, I took the F250 mounts off of because F250 mounts here are 3.5 inches, whereas a 150, they're 3 inch. All right, so that problem solved. The leaf springs for the dually. Now next problem, of course. All right, so that hole is obviously lined up. That one does. Boom. So I gotta finish drilling those out, and then I'm definitely gonna just drill those out because there's not even a hole for those. The rears obviously don't fit either. So this is what the F350 one looks like that I got off of. Needs a little welding, but that's what I have to do for the leaf spring to fit through the hole. So at the end of it, I'm going to end up putting a support bracket like with this curve to this curve and do a plate across the bottom like this to give that some more support again. Another thing, all of these rivet holes on the frame, the rivets were just a hair smaller than a 1/2 inch. So I had to take a 1/2 inch drill bit and drill out every hole for the brackets as well as the hole on the brackets. But all of them are hanging by one bolt. My fronts, I already fitted to these. No, I have to drill these holes out too a little bigger for the stud that goes through the leaf, as well as for this one I have to do a bigger hole. God damn. All right, leaf springs, I got the old front mounts off. Those are right there. Those took a 30 mil and a fucking breaker bar the size of, you know what. You can see where all the shit was in my grass. We got the cab on some broken ass dolly stands, chilling. These were the fucking humongo bolts I had to take out. That's a 30, and this is bigger than fucking, I don't know, I have to go get that size because I measured off of this, so I have to get that size drill bit. We've got the dually wheels sitting in the driveway now, need to get pressure washed. Leaf springs kind of ready to go, waiting on U-bolts for tomorrow. They should be in the mail to hook the leaf springs back up to the axle. And then I've got the bottom of the U-bolt brackets right there. I gotta pressure wash this bitch. The bed is, I have to cut this last little piece, but I'm gonna do that after I tack weld the other piece on. That side of the bed's done as far as cutting. This side of the bed, same thing. My pops came this morning, helped me do some shit inside. He took the portion of the frame that I got the 250 brackets off of. It was like from here to like here, it was like half a frame. He took that and my old bed trash, so now I don't have so much shit in my driveway.